Push the weight enough flex. Alive is one in the six. With the runner boy, you nigga, no question. You would run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Yo, what's going on, family? I'm on the move this morning, but I was not skipping this live. Let me know if you can hear me. I see y'all in the building. Let me know if you can hear me. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. I'm on the move this morning. You know what I'm saying? But just let me know if you can hear me. Press 1 if you can hear me. Doing StreamYard through the phone. Perfect. You got me on the move this morning, but I was not missing this live, man. Drew Titan, Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Now listen, family. Now listen. With each passing day, we're right. What do I always say? Time reveals all truth. And a lie is nothing but the long way to the truth. I'm going to talk about this all the way up until people begin to realize. Now, interesting, it's not only us in America who are calling not only Fury out on this nonsense, but they're actually calling out. Let me make sure this shit don't fall. Uh-oh. They're actually calling out the sport of boxing. I'm subscribed to Michael Bisping. I'm subscribed to Chael Sonnen. And there's a lot of dudes in between that are not as popular, but they've had a strong opinion about what they saw. First and foremost, these MMA fighters are like, yo, a lot of them are like, it was either a draw or Francis won. He got robbed. Now, let me say this. Was it a robbery? No. This is my opinion. Because a lot of the MMA guys, they don't know how to score a boxing match. We can agree on that. I hate when people do this. They at the light, it turns green, and then they decide to turn it. They're doing their signal when the light turns. It's ridiculous. They don't know how to score a boxing match. Majority of them don't know how to score a boxing match. And let me be honest, all right? It's no secret I don't like anything with Fury's name attached to it. All right. Was it a close fight? Yes. Was it a robbery? No, it was not a robbery. I watched the fight like 5 times. It was not a robbery. It was close. I can see a draw, though. I can see a draw. But they weren't going to do that because we know boxing. Francis Ngannou running around with the WBC championship changes everything. This is a classic example of a guy not actually winning the fight, but he won the drama of the fight. I'm sure y'all have heard me say that before. Francis was supposed to go in there and get dog walked and probably get knocked out. And in the first round, I really thought, I said, listen, man, these guys got an agreement not to knock each other out, not to hurt each other. It might get competitive in the last 30 seconds of the last round. And I thought Fury was going to carry him, but I thought he was going to outbox him, turn him, jab him to death. But none of that happened. In fact, when the bell rang, Fury ran out there and threw a right hand. I said, oh, shit, he's trying to get him. He's trying to get him. He tried. He tried to get him. And I said, okay, I think this is real. Now, I didn't watch the fight until like after the third round, because Stormy texted me and he said Fury's down in the third. Right? As he said that, I was listening to Champ Side call it, and I said, I heard Champ Side laughing. And I said, wait a minute. Did he get dropped or was it a slip? So I listened to the fight. When I got home, I rewatched it and I said, wait a minute. Hold on. And then I saw crazy stuff like Fury struggling. He couldn't get off on him. Pause. And then I saw that elbow. I said, wait a minute. This guy was in a fight, man. And it got the world of boxing and MMA wondering, is Ngannou that good? Or is Fury not what he's made out to be? I would say it's a combination of both. We know that Fury's not what he's made out to be because Fury's an effing cheater. We know that, but a lot of times they don't want to entertain that conversation until it's time to entertain that conversation. Because one of the questions is, why did he look so bad? Well, he didn't have his power pellets. He didn't have his elbow injections. He wasn't able to cheat his opponent. He wasn't able to do any of that. So, there you go. But that's not the top of the conversation of this show. Motherfucking. Hold on, y'all. Get away from fools out here. It got a lot of MMA guys feeling themselves too. I heard that one of these MMA guys, stepped to Devin or whatever. Look. With respect to all the mixed martial artists, relax. Depending on who you jump in the ring with, it might be a good payday for you. But relax, man. Relax. The truth is that Tyson Fury is not, I repeat, he is not as advertised. I don't care what you thought you was looking at. And Francis Ngannou was a big, strong guy, and he said the right things. He says, I heard he does these things with his gloves. So from what I understand, they had people watching those hand wraps. And those gloves was on nice and snug, nice and tight. And there was no floppy gloves. There was no poison water. There was none of that crap. And you saw a clean Tyson Fury who was in a real dogfight. And I don't think he'd taken an Ngannou rematch unless he was in the UK where he could do what he normally does. But it got the world buzzing. I've gone to various media that are non-American, and Fury's a joke. And to me, it sounds like they're just tired of him. They're tired of him. And more on that tomorrow. But what I want to talk about right now is what should be next. And what should be next is Francis Ngannou versus Deontay Wilder. First of all, being that he made Fury look the way he did, get in the ring with Deontay. Get in the ring with Deontay and get that smoke, get that work done. That was the fight that was originally supposed to happen. It didn't happen because all of these fools start stealing his ideas. If y'all remember when Deontay was on Trail Boxing, he mentioned it. We spoke about it. I did videos on it or shorts on it or something. I did something on it. And he said, Deontay even said, you know, hey, look, man, you know, we could fight, and then 2-fight deal. I'll even go over to the cage and fight him. He said that. You know, look, and next thing you know, Tyson Fury's fighting. You know, literally stole that man's idea, and they, you know, they act like, you know, I could say a whole lot, man. I could say a whole lot. You know what? Okay, I'll just say this. It ain't the first time a certain demographic slid in and stole a black man's idea. That ain't the first time, y'all. Y'all know that. Y'all know that. Y'all know what I mean. And it backfired. It really did. It really did. So I think Francis Ngannou versus Deontay Wilder should be next. I'd pay to see that. You know, I really would pay to see that. That'd be great. They can do it in Saudi, and they could do another fight in Africa. I'd definitely pay to see that. That'd be great, 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 great press. That'd be an awesome payday for Francis Ngannou. That'd be an awesome payday for Deontay Wilder. There's a lot of appeal in that. A lot of people will pick Ngannou to beat. Well, I know they'll pick him to beat him in a cage, you know. But in a boxing match now, you know, I'm reading that people will say, "Oh, if he did that to Fury, he'll squash Deontay." I don't think so. I don't think so. No, personally, it's these MMA guys. They don't know what we know, and some of these guys that claim they're boxing guys, again, they ignore what we know. They're in denial of what we know. And the truth of the matter is, Deontay knocks Ngannou out in a boxing match. In a boxing match. He knocks him out. This version of Deontay Wilder, you know, I wish we had this version 13 years ago. I wish we had this version of Deontay 13 years ago. This version of Deontay Wilder is very dangerous. This is something special that we're witnessing. And yeah, by the way, I had to come on a little earlier, y'all, because I'm on the move, but I had to do this live. I'm not skipping no lives. You know what I'm saying? Because this is pivotal, and we can't let this go. We can't just sweep this under the rug. All right? They stole Deontay's idea, and I'm not mad at Francis for getting his paper. I'm not mad at that. But I want you to understand something. If Francis Ngannou got in there and got knocked out by Deontay Wilder, Fury wouldn't have bothered to fight him, which is why I don't mind him going to get that Fury payday. And being that it was on a fair playing field, he wasn't hurt at all. But he got a bag. And for those of the people that are in the boxing and know nothing about MMA, they know who he is now. And now they're watching him. And now they're even saying that, hey, man, this guy can compete with the top 5 guys, top 5 or 6 guys in the heavyweight division. You know, I saw the brother Malik Scott do an interview, and he was like, the heavyweight division is not even that deep. He actually said Fury won the fight, you know, and that's cool. But he said, yeah, absolutely, Francis Ngannou can compete. And what's that to say? And you know why? You know why I believe what he's saying? I believe what he's saying because Deontay can't even get a fight, man. And let's not act like Deontay has no belt, but let's not act like belts matter, right? Let's not act like belts matter. I mean, belts don't matter, right? They don't matter, right? But Deontay's supposed to be this horrible guy, this non-competitive and washed up, right? It's been a year, and he can't get a fight. What is that? It's been 1 year, and Deontay can't get a fight. Please explain that to me. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. So, I mean, you would think that he'd be easy pickings, and he gets back in the ring. Y'all remember the story? You know, we went to go see him fight Robert Helenius, and the fella, you know, in the row behind us said he picking Helenius to stop him like in round 8 or 9 or whatever. And I said to the fella, I said, "You sure?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "All right." And we saw what happened. I put the camera on him, said what happened, and the world wasn't expecting that. There were people actually picking Helenius to win that fight, and it wasn't even close. And the world was watching. So people may have talked a good talk, but they ain't want it. There was no excuse for Andy Ruiz to duck that smoke. And by the way, that night we was waiting on Usyk. He said he was coming. He said he was coming. We were looking for him. My buddy Vasily, he speaks the language. He was a translator for HBO before they went out of business. You might have seen him in the ring translating for Vasily Lomachenko. All right? He knows Alexander Povetkin, grew up with him. I called him. I said, "Look, I think Usyk is showing up ringside, man. You know, are you available?" He said, "Hey, man, call me." And we were looking for him. There was no need for me to call Vasily because this guy didn't show up. And then I'm looking. Someone sent me a text. He's in California at some sort of fundraiser. I said, "What is he doing there?" In other words, he chickened out, man. More on that tomorrow. But the fight that should happen next for Francis Ngannou was Deontay Wilder. I heard that they're in active discussions. You know, I don't know. I got to talk to Tate Jones. I don't know. I hope they are. I'm happy for Francis Ngannou. I know Dana White is probably kicking himself in the ass because that's a bag he really wouldn't have mind to have his hands in the middle of. You know, his hands in. You know what I'm saying? But you know, you let the brother go, and look what he's done. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I didn't think Francis was gonna even be able to compete in that fight, which is why I didn't bother to watch it until I got a text from Stormy, and then I turned on Champ's side. As I turned on Champ's side, he's laughing. I said, "Oh shit, he really got dropped. Was it a mistake?" No. When I went home and watched the fight 3 times, I said, "Yo, he's not on his shit. He's not on his shit," and it showed. So I really hope that he fights Deontay Wilder next, because the fight makes sense. And don't get it confused. Fury is just that bad. Fury is just that bad. He's not good. And Mo Box is in the chat. He could tell you what the media is doing to Fury over there. I can tell you what the MMA guys are saying. But if you go over to Carl Froch's channel, go look at his opinion. Go look at Carl Froch's opinion. I mean, Michael Bisping's from over there, and you already saw his opinion. If you did, go peep Michael Bisping. But, you know, okay, he's a little biased. He's an MMA guy. Chael Sonnen, he's an MMA guy. But go to Carl Froch. Carl Froch says Ngannou got robbed. I'm like, okay. Oh, okay, you know, people are gonna say, "Oh, well, Carl Froch is a little biased because he don't like Tyson Fury." No, Tyson Fury don't like Carl Froch. That's what it is. He don't like Carl Froch. That's what that is about. But yeah, he this is stirred up a mess for Tyson Fury. A mess. I'm be cooking on this dude all week, man. I'm be cooking on him all week. He has a contract. Y'all know that? I'm gonna talk about this probably on Thursday. He has a contract, man. The contract was for December 23rd. You remember he told us that they signed it? You remember that? The fight was signed. It's signed. December 23rd, day before Christmas Eve, right? He goes in there and lays an egg. Now he's saying we need fight. Now wait, I'll see you in January. And Usyk is like, no, we have a contract. We're fighting December 23rd. And then I said, wait a minute, it was really signed? Because you can't never tell with this guy. Sometimes he'll just be talking. But no. They really have a contract. I said, oh, it's for real. Because this guy's always lying. It's for real. They really have a contract. So now, here he is again, trying not to fulfill a contract. Does this sound familiar, family? Tyson Fury trying to not fulfill a contract? When did he do that before? This all seems too familiar. Way too familiar. Where have we seen this before? Didn't he try to get out the third fight with Deontay? Didn't he try to do that? Didn't Deontay try to take him to court? And you remember arbitration? I made an acronym of it. Remember arbitration? Remember that? So now Usyk is trying to smash the gas on him. He's like, yo, hold on. And he was in attendance. He said, yo, this guy looks bad. I can get him. And you know what? If there's a contract, listen, man. If there's a contract, you look, Tyson, you got to go fulfill that contract, man. And listen, I thought Fury would beat Usyk, but that Fury that we saw in Saudi, listen, there's a few heavyweights that beat that version of Tyson Fury. All right? That's the Tyson Fury that was getting knocked around the ring by Jared Anderson. That guy, okay? He had a 12-week training camp, and he looked like that. That's what I'm saying. Ngannou got the right guy. But more on that later. But Ngannou needs to get in the ring with Deontay, because I'm going to tell you what, I don't want to see him fighting any other heavyweights. I don't. Because if he looks subpar against another heavyweight, the thrill will be gone. And I want the thrill to be nice and tight where it is. I want Deontay to get in the ring with Ngannou when everyone thinks that Ngannou would destroy Deontay Wilder. I'm telling you that that's not the case. I'm telling you Deontay brings a different set of tools, especially at this point in his career, the way he's fighting, the way Malik Scott has fighting now. He brings a different skill set to the table. All right? I keep telling y'all that. All right? I keep telling y'all Fury was juiced to the gills when he fought Deontay Wilder. And on top of being juiced to the gills, he had fucked up gloves. He had help from cheating ass referees. And by the way, Fury was given 23 seconds to recuperate after the knockdown. He got up, but by the time the ref got to him, and shout out to Skinny Hussein in Australia, by the time he got to him, he was like 8, 9. The clock that Skinny Hussein put up, it was like 16, 17 seconds up. And once again, the referee, after he knocked him down, he taunted, but he went to go to a mutual corner. The ref turned around and said, don't go there, go there. Went to him, and then he looked to the table to pick up where the count was, and he was like 8. The clock that Skinny put up, and that was on like 16 seconds. I said, wow, here they go. Here they go. So all of these things Tyson Fury usually has at his disposal. Usually has it at his disposal. But what are you going to do, right? I'll tell you what you're going to do. Everybody who fights Tyson Fury moving forward needs to fight him in Saudi. Because we don't know what the penalty is for getting caught cheating. We don't know what it is. It could be, you get your hands cut off or something. I don't know. I'm serious, but not really, but I am. You know what I'm saying? So the guy had no magical powers, man. Guy had no magical powers, nothing. Nothing. No magic, no tricks, nothing. And I think that in Ngannou, all of that played into his favor. The knockdown, the revenue generated, the legends that were there. Did you see the legends that were there to watch that fight? I follow Prince Nassim Hamed on the gram. Man, that brother gained weight. But salute to him. And he recorded on his phone when all the legends took that picture. I'm like, yo, the amount of legends that showed up to Saudi to support this event, and the WBC champion went out there and laid an egg. He laid an egg, and I love it. Before they announced the winner, look at Mauricio Sillyman's face. His head was down. That was a defeated man. Look at Salty Sugar Hill. Yeah, I told him how to turn. He should got more knockouts because he wasn't turning his punches. He was turning them on Francis Ngannou. It's just that the guy ain't got no power. What happened? What happened to this bone-crushing power? What happened? You know what I'm saying? What happened to it? You don't go from breaking bones with punches to just nothing happening. Francis Ngannou could have a great chin. But if you have bone-crushing power, that doesn't go anywhere. That don't go anywhere. The cat's out the bag. Y'all can deny it all you want. Then I heard rumors about Fury saying he's going to retire. Of course. Of course. I'm going to retire. Translation, I'm going to cycle. That's why he wants to push the Usyk fight back to January, because he wants to leave Saudi, do a cycle, and come off. Usyk better not fight him anywhere but Saudi. Don't fight him in the UK. I'm cooking on this dude all week because the cat's out the bag. The cat's out the bag, y'all. Y'all can play with this if y'all want to, but I'm on this guy's bumper. Right now, team, let me get away from this truck. This guy ain't messing around. Team Ngannou needs to strike while the iron is hot. Team Ngannou needs to strike while the iron is hot. Ngannou's hot right now. They're interviewing him. Right now, get it going with Deontay. Even if you don't get it, y'all agreed, well, not agreed, y'all talked about a 2-fight deal. Try and get that. If you can't, at least get one with Deontay. Because I'm telling you right now, the odds are going to be 50-50, but don't be surprised if the odds will be in Francis Ngannou's favor. There's intrigue behind it. Yep. There's intrigue behind it. And the Fury name is looking bad in these streets. I'm telling you, y'all, it's all coming out. It's all coming out. I didn't watch the the Tommy Fury and KSI fight. I didn't watch it. But people are like, yo, man, KSI won. I'm like, what? Okay. I listened to Spencer Fearon talked about it, and he says, you know, if you're scoring it from a boxing perspective, Tommy didn't win. I don't know. I didn't watch it. But it could be another situation where, you know, this brother won the drama of the fight. He didn't win the boxing match, but the fact that he was able to compete on a particular level, people are like, yo, man, now you got to give it to him. Let me give you an example of that. What's going on here? Let me give you an example of that. Tarver Jones won. First fight. What's he doing? Tarver Jones won. Antonio Tarver, he won the drama of the fight. Hold on, sir. I'm trying to talk. Antonio Tarver, he didn't win the first fight. I've watched that fight countless times. Roy did enough to win the fight. They got the call right, but that was the first time. You saw Roy look that bad. He looked normal. That wasn't Superman. So Antonio won the drama of the fight because Roy was tired, his back was on the ropes and everything, things of that nature. And he looked bad in that fight. The second and third fight, there was no debate. There was no debate. There was no getting around it. Antonio clearly won those fights. But that's an example I could think of a guy not winning but winning. I'll give you a movie example. Rocky 1. For those of you youngsters that never really paid attention, in Rocky 1, Rocky lost. Apollo won. But Rocky won the drama of the fight. That's what that was about. Yeah, Robert, I agree. Roy should have retired after he beat Ruiz. But I'm going to tell you what would have happened. If Roy retired after he fought John Ruiz, which is what I believe he should have done. If Roy retired, Antonio would have been running around the world of boxing talking about how to beat that guy, and we would have been like, "Hey, get out of here." No, you wouldn't have. Nobody cares. Roy knocks you out. Look what he did all in his whole career, all the way up to a heavyweight. Antonio, we're not hearing you. That would have been the atmosphere, but it's not. He went back down in weight, and whatever happened, happened. So, Francis needs to smash the gas on this opportunity. He really, really does. He really does. James, salute. I believe this is an opportunity for him. He could really capitalize on a lot of stuff. Yeah, Grand Regent Thrag, strike while the iron's hot. Strike while the iron's hot. Get in there and do the best you can. Right now, if they announce this fight for January, right now, a lot of people are going to be picking Ngannou to beat Deontay. And I don't agree with it, but I understand. I don't agree with it, but I understand. I don't agree, but I understand. I totally understand why they would pick Ngannou to beat Deontay Wilder, because Ngannou got in there with the guy who people insist dominated Deontay. Dominated. That's the word that they like to use. Very disrespectful. But I know we know what time it is. He dominated him, but Deontay knocked him on his ass how many times? And, I don't even want to talk about the stuff in between. That's another conversation. But you understand that if they announce that fight for January or February, preferably February, because that's Black History Month, I think that it'll do it good. Third Boy Chad said Wilder needs this to be a big win to stay relevant. I don't think staying relevant as far as Deontay's concerned is not really, it's never an issue, because he's so relevant that nobody wants to fight him. That's why I asked, does everybody follow Tay Jones? Because the word was Deontay was supposed to fight this year. But the reason why he hasn't gotten any fights is because nobody wants to fight him. Andy Ruiz has been reduced to saying that he had dreams that Jesus Jesus told him that he knocked Deontay out. I said, great. Fight Deontay Wilder in Jesus' name. Come on. I wish I had my soundboard. That was an Uncle Pecos moment. Fight Deontay Wilder in Jesus' name. Deontay hasn't fought this year because nobody wants to fight him. And that's the long and short end of it. Nobody wants to fight him. Thank you, Emperor. What happened to the AJ fight? Every time AJ was mentioned, they go to Eddie Hearn, and then there's a big old articles of Eddie Hearn. Oh yeah, I have to go over the Saudis, and the Saudis are here, and I have to, I have to eat a power penitent, and I have to talk to AJ, and we're going to Saudi, and we're talking, and the discussions are great. And all I hear is him saying, next week, mate, next week. And I've come to the conclusion that if we didn't get that fight in 5 years, what makes us believe that we're ever going to get that damn fight? AJ versus Deontay is not happening. In order for it to happen, Eddie Hearn can't be involved. But being that he has this lifetime contract with him, Eddie Hearn's involved. And that's Anthony Joshua's fault. And I know a lot of people say, well, they're the fighters. I believe AJ wants to fight. I disagree. Anthony Joshua wants no parts of Deontay Wilder. And if it wasn't clear after he knocked out Robert Helenius, I don't know what more else do you need. I don't know what else you need. What else you need to see? I don't know what else you need to see. They said, Wilder, is it next? What did the man say? My back hurts. My back hurts. I'm currently in the heavyweight division. What are you talking about? I was done, man. I didn't want to hear anything else this dude has to say. My brother Aaron Brooks in that super chat, much love. He says he has an active contract with the PFL that he hasn't begun. They granted him one boxing match. I imagine they will have to be compensated to box again. Oh. So the PFL contract is not, he hasn't started it yet. So for him to get, I get it. Dr. Freeman from Ghana, salute. The Camels from Saudi, man, salute. Oh. So for him to get an exemption, the PFL, for them to say, okay, they'll be like, okay, either have that fight under our banner or pay us. It's like paying them step-aside money. But listen. All right, salute, Aaron, salute. Appreciate that. But listen, it's not like it can't be done. You know why? There's money in it. It could happen. And I think it should happen next. Right now, Ngannou's on top of the world because there's a lot of people that feel he was robbed. Now, regardless of how we feel, things are what they are. And I'm happy for Francis. I'm happy for him. I'm happy for the brother. PFL president wants Francis Ngannou versus Wilder in mixed rules match in PFL. Well, Deontay agreed to that. He said he wouldn't mind If he comes to my house, I go to your house. He said that on Trill like last year. He agreed to that. So that could be the second fight. So if the PFL would allow Francis to fight Deontay in a boxing match, I'm sure they could work out some numbers. The second fight could also be in a cage, and it could be in Africa. Come on, bro. It don't get no better than that. Wilder and Ngannou in Africa? Come on, bro. Those brothers are gonna eat. Those brothers are gonna eat. It don't get no better than that, man. Ngannou, listen, Ngannou right now has options. There's people saying that Ngannou could knock the shit out of AJ. They actually believe in that. Now, I'm not talking about the outcome. I'm talking about the possibilities that Ngannou has. Ngannou has the boxing world on fire right now. And justifiably so. And whose fault is that? Tyson Fury. Thanks. This is another thanks moment. Understand, we would not know who Ricardo Mayorga is if it wasn't for the late, great Vernon Forrest. Thanks. And I'm not disrespecting Vernon, and I'm not disrespecting Ricardo Mayorga. Because Ricardo Mayorga was fun for boxing. He was the villain, and he played it up perfectly. But understand, Ricardo Mayorga versus Vernon Forrest, that was supposed to be a showcase fight. Terrence, what up? That was supposed to be a showcase fight. He just beat Shane Mosley twice. He's supposed to go in there against this unknown Spanish guy and style on him. And Ricardo said, "Homa Tecate." I think Tecate wasn't even a brand back then, but you know what I'm talking about. And he beat Vernon twice. And it's like, thanks. Thanks. That's how we got to know Ricardo Mayorga. If you look in history, there's a lot of fighters that we got to know by accident. It's like, huh? Who is this guy? Where'd he come from? I wouldn't say that this was an oh crap moment, but let me pick y'all brain. And I know Stormy know. Let me see how old you guys are. Did y'all really expect Iran Barkley to do that to Tommy Hearns in their first fight? Did y'all think it was going to happen like that? I didn't. I'm watching the screen like, what? That was a violent knockout. Violent. Yeah, Thomas. Pitbull Cruz. Tank. Thanks. Good looking out. Appreciate it. Damn, man. And trust me, man. Salute to Pitbull Cruz. I love his story. That's a feel-good story. Yeah, Night Train said absolutely not. Yep. I didn't see that coming. Pitbull Cruz. I didn't know that was going to be a close fight. And I know Tank was injured, but I say thanks. And that's a feel-good story. The kid went from eating ramen noodles, one pack he had to share with his family, to getting steak dinners. Salute to him. Andy Ruiz. Andy was just about to retire. Say, you know what, F this, I'm going to go, whatever. I don't know. I heard he was into cars, and I don't know, maybe he'd have opened up a mechanic shop. I don't know. But he gets a call, yo, you want to fight for the world championship, the unified? How much you paying me? I'll go do it. Thanks, AJ. Thank you. Salute to the powers that be for poisoning you that night, but that's another topic. Me and Stormy covered that when it happened. Yep. Andy Ruiz. That wasn't supposed to happen. You know? Casuals didn't know who the hell, Casuals didn't know who Antonio Tarver was. Until, I'll do you one better than that. Casuals didn't know who Vernon Forrest was. And that was messed up. Because if you want to apply ducked to anybody at that time, it was Vernon Forrest. Everybody knew who he was. Floyd knew. Shane Mosley knew. And Shane Mosley didn't have to. If Shane Mosley ducked Vernon Forrest, no one would have really cared. But he was a decorated amateur. He was very dangerous. Suta Amari, the assessor. And that super chat, much love and appreciation. He says, salute 100, Drew. Deontay Wilder versus Francis Ngannou. Let's get it. Fury is exposed again. Absolutely. And this is another moment. Because I'm going to be very, very honest. I didn't bother with it because I'm like, man, I'm going to tell you, man. I'm going to tell you. Y'all know me by now. I said, I don't want this brother in the ring with this guy. I don't want this brother in the ring with this guy. And I said, man, Fury's going to style on him, man. I didn't want that. You know these people are symbolic. They're evil. Those people are evil, man. And the only thing I could say was, well, I hope this brother, listen, the UFC deal didn't work out. And he was a dominant athlete over there, and it didn't work out with him and Dana White. Get your bag, brother. And I was hoping that, I'm like, man, I hope he doesn't get cheated with the gloves, and I hope they don't do him like how the industry allowed to get Deontay done dirty like that. And Jerome Truitt, that's it. And I'm telling you, it's never on our time, y'all. It's never on our time. Things are coming out now. A lot of people are ignoring it, and a lot of people are not paying attention. But things are coming out now that you cannot ignore. Tommy Fury just had a controversial win against KSI. Now his brother, who's champion of the world, was in a competitive fight against a mixed martial artist. And I think that now there's more appeal to him fighting Deontay. It'll be a great payday. I don't think Ngannou beats Deontay, but I'll be happy for the event. And if they work out a 2-fight deal, you get to see Deontay in the cage. Yo, listen, let me throw this at y'all. Can y'all imagine if Deontay was well-trained in Thai boxing? He's 6'7" with long legs. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine if he's in the gym and he picks up on how to throw knees and the Thai clinch and kicks and stuff? Learning how to work on the ground, that's a technique you have that takes you years to learn. That takes you years to learn to get good at it. To be good at it, you have to have groundwork for at least maybe 3 or 4 years to understand at least how not to get choked out. So he's going to be a fish out of water. But can you imagine Deontay throwing leg kicks? He's 6'7", y'all. But there's intrigue in that, man. Somebody said he'd be Kareem from Game of Death. Yo, man. Man, the possibilities for Ngannou and Deontay is great money for both of them. It's historic. And I'm going to tell you something else on a boxing aspect. And this is just my opinion, and the world can disagree. Francis Ngannou does not beat Deontay Wilder in the boxing ring. And that's just it. The way that fight ends, people will look at that and they will revisit a 4th fight idea between him and Tyson Fury. And then people will have no choice but to listen to what we were saying the whole time. They will have no choice. Maybe they were right about what they were saying. Because I'm telling y'all right now, y'all might not listen to the British media, but I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot of what they're saying, and I'm a fair use their stuff for the rest of the week. They're sick of Fury's ass over there. They're sick of him, man. They don't fucks with him like you think. They're sick of him. They are sick of him. They're sick of him. And a lot of it has to do with him trying to get out of this contract that he signed with Usyk. I didn't know he signed a contract. I just thought he was running his mouth. But apparently he really signed a contract. The date was really for December 23rd. And he's trying to get out of it now. And Usyk is going to sue his ass. But you know what? You can't drag this guy to the ring. If he's not going to fight, he's not going to fight. But he's hoping to stretch this out through litigation that it'll go past the date. So if you want to sue me, how much you want? 10 million, I got that. 20 million, I got that. But I know I'm not getting in that fucking ring on the 23rd. I'll do it in January. Let me ask y'all a question. What if the fight don't happen in January and it happens in February? He agrees to fight Usyk in Saudi so he can heal up from what Ngannou did to him, that swole eye and everything else. What happens if, it reminds you of what happened with the Wilder contract, right? But listen to what I'm saying, y'all. Listen to how the universe doesn't lie to us. What happens if he postponed the fight? Yeah.
Can he move maybe one spot over?
Absolutely. Okay, absolutely. Now, I don't want Sparks with Monty, but move over. He's about to start drilling and shit. Chill. I don't want no smoke with that. As a matter of fact, let me move over here. Turn this around. Imagine, if you will, on some Twilight Zone shit. Imagine, if you will, the fight happens in February. And Usyk fights and beats Tyson Fury in February. Now, why do you think that would be so funny to me? Why do you think that would be so funny? In February. Why would that be ironic? Why would that be ironic? You remember all the Black History Month jokes that was flooded the internet? Oh, Deontay lost on Black History Month. You remember that? Remember that? How incredible would that be? That would be crazy. I'd be laughing all the way to the bank. I'll put money on that. That's right, G. McCall. That would be the universe. Thank you very much. And if I miss you in the chat, just know that I love you. You know, I'm just out here, moving and shaking. The irony. He postpones and postpones and postpones and says, hey, man, look, I don't want to fight. I got this, I got that. He wants to stretch it out. He'll put more money in arbitration, but the point will be to get him past the date that he's supposed to fulfill. Or fake an injury like he did to Deontay. All of those tricks. People are sick of them. And they're calling them out for that in the UK. I've seen several articles. I've seen several videos. They're sick of him. They don't fuck with him over there. Like some people think. They don't fuck with him over there. They really don't. They really don't fuck with him like that. So what if he pushed that fight to Usyk to February? And I don't care. This version Fury that we saw, Usyk beats that guy. And Usyk beats him. There's no way around Wilder. I know he got mandatories. There's 3 sanctioning bodies. 4. He got mandatories. But what's the money fight? Are you going to try and fight Hrgovic? Come on, man. You really going to do that? You're going to fight Hrgovic? When you got Deontay right there? But I know. You ain't trying to fight Deontay. Why? Marco, what's up? You ain't trying to fight Deontay. Why? He went from being the easiest heavyweight to fight just last year. Now they're asking him, oh, nah, Marco, I'm on the road. I'm on the road, brother. He went from being the easiest opponent to you not wanting any smoke. We was waiting for you in Brooklyn. I was excited. I said, man, I get to meet Usyk. And the plane stopped short in California. I said, what's he doing over there? He's about 6 hours away. What is he doing? Usyk don't want no smoke with Deontay. But if he beats Fury, he's undisputed. He's undisputed. What would the world want more? Hrgovic or Deontay Wilder? Oh yeah, Marco. Yeah. Yep. Don't nobody want to see Hrgovic. And let me tell you something. Some of those guys that are in position, due to the rankings, they deserve a shot. But thanks to majority rules, sanctioning bodies doing whatever they want, now rankings don't mean anything. Step aside money and all kinds of weird stuff. So being that that's the atmosphere that boxing has created, I don't mind saying, you know what? I know that this is supposed to happen, but the fighter that I support, I'd like to see him or her get their shot. What's the problem? I'm with that. So whoever wins between Usyk and Fury, Deontay's still right there. He's still right there. What y'all finna do? Gotta do something, baby. Gotta do something. My goodness. All of this stir because Fury wasn't allowed to put the needle in his ass. All of this is his fault. Time's revealing truth, y'all. I'm telling y'all, pay attention. His brother had a controversial win. He has a controversial win. I was listening to Laz D yesterday. Man, he did, what did he call it? Crime? Real crime? Bro, I was in the gym. I had to stop what I was doing. I was laughing so hard. Laz D killed them. Laz D killed them. I was in the gym. I had to sit on the floor. I said, yo, dude, the Furies are a joke. It's a joke. This dude, Tommy's talking about, I want real challenges now. I'm done with whatever he called. I was like, man, what? Shut up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, shut up. I don't even know what weight he's fighting at, man. But I don't trust that guy for nothing. These guys are looking real normal fighting in the Middle East, aren't they? The Fury name is a farce. It's a farce. And the days are now numbered, man. They're numbered. Everyone's calling for a KSI rematch. Fury ain't calling for no Ngannou rematch. He said, woo, that was a close one. That guy hit me and I felt it. The bone-crushing power didn't put one dent in that man's head. And I'm telling you right now, Ngannou's defense is not better than Deontay's. It's not. So, you know, these sisters, you know, it's Halloween today. And these sisters, sometimes it's like an excuse just to dress a certain way. And I'm just going to stare. I'm just going to stare. Because she's blessed back there. And I'm not breaking eye contact. Yeah, I'm looking. You left the house. You left the house like that. That's fine. Because this is the reaction that you wanted and you're going to get. You out here in stilettos and spandex and your ass is that big. Perfect. Take your ass in the building. Terrific. Shouldn't see in that super chat. Much love and appreciation. He said, just realize with black eye, Fury look like King Hippo from Tyson Punch Out. I also realized I can't stand the whole Fury family at this point. Bro, I never liked it. Say King Hippo. I told you. Didn't I? Whoa, King Hippo, King Kong Bundy, the crap emoji. Come on, man. All of that good stuff. Salute to you, Shinsi. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Dapper Don says black community is dead, Drew. I mean, this is I wish you could have seen this. This sister really left the house looking like that. And she's holding back there. She's holding. And she got out the car. She keep looking at me. Yeah, I'm looking at you. That's what you wanted. You're wearing a costume. That's a cat suit. Your ass is all big. I noticed that she had 2 nipple rings under her outfit. And you got high heel boots. So when she's walking, it's juggling. You know you look like that. And this is the reaction you want people to see. So I'm looking. Go ahead and call me a pervert if you want. She's grown. And that's just what that's the reaction that she wanted. Good for her. And when I go into this building and she's working there, I'm gonna look at her again. Yeah, Stormy, the ghouls do come out in Halloween. But I'm excited about this Ngannou situation. I'm excited for the brother. Him and D need to get together and make some bread. The betting odds will be awesome because everyone's gonna think that Deontay's gonna lose. I don't know why people think Deontay's soft. Keep thinking that. Pick Ngannou to beat Deontay. Pick those odds. And that's fine. That's fine. And here's my disclaimer. It's boxing. Anything can happen. I just don't see it. But how do we find out? Make the fight. And I'm happy for Francis, man. He didn't get his just due in the UFC. They didn't see value to keep him around for whatever reason. So he departed. And that's fine. He got a great payday with the Gypsy Queen, with the Dairy Queen. He had a great showing. And he needs to get that money, get that payday. Welcome down, Ram. Salute. He need to get that payday from the Deontay fights. Hopefully they have 2. And I'll say this: a Deontay win against Ngannou, that does something. A Deontay win against Ngannou, that does something. I mean, for me, I'll just be on some, yo, look, I don't know why y'all thought he was going to beat Deontay, but whatever. But that right there will re-spark intrigue. Because whatever happens between Fury and Usyk, and I'm going to tell you this. This is my show tomorrow. If the Ngannou and Deontay fight, if the date is made for any time later in 2024, and I need y'all to listen. If that date is still open on the 23rd, and Fury is dicking around on that contract, that date's still open, Deontay's been on the shelf for 1 year. Alexander. And this is what I'm talking about tomorrow. Deontay's been on that shelf for 1 damn year. Alexander. And if the Gypsy Queen don't want that smoke, Deontay has been on the shelf 1 year. Alexander. He can fill that date. While you're in arbitration, because, you know, it might be a thing where, okay, well, if Tyson ain't fighting, how could you possibly fight? And if you fight Deontay, you got to get rid of this Tyson Fury contract. You got to rip up that contract. I'm sorry. I got a call. Y'all still hear me? Well, anyway, I got to go. I got an appointment. Salute to everybody in the Venmo, the Zelda, Cash App, the Super Chat. Much love and appreciation. There she go again. Just dragging that donkey. This is awesome. Salute to y'all. Much love and appreciation. Drew's on the move. I got a lot of stuff to do today, but I'll be back tomorrow. And this is the conversation tomorrow. If you can't get it done, somehow, get this done. I'll catch you on the rebound. Much love, man. Bronx on deck.
Move!